today we are headed to West Virginia. We're going to the Gladwin camping grounds. It's dispersed camping along the Cheat River, and then from there we're going to stay there probably 2 days, and then from there we're going to go and do the Canaan Loop road, which is just north of the Gladwin dispersed camping area. So glad to have you along. Join us. We'll share videos as we go. We probably will share the campsite once we get it.
Right onto Maryland 6 West.
Once we get there, and then yeah, share kind of the campsite, what we're doing, and then the Canaan Loop road. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Okay, so we made it to our campsite. It's in Gladwin Road. It's supposed to be dispersed camping. There is a bridge over this direction. I'll show you later in another video, but the road is actually closed. There's been a little bit of a cave-in on the bridge, so we'll go over and take a look at that. But this is the site. Here's our car. This is what we're looking at. There's a big spot over here, but there's some trees up high that have some widowmakers, and there's another nice spot in there that's actually pretty dry. It looks like it rained here, but it's not supposed to rain this week, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. But it's the high ground, and you can see it's got some foliage still on the ground. It's not muddy and all. Just like my last trip with Jordan, it was pretty muddy. So I think we're going to try and set up there and see how it goes, and then we'll get back with you.
Alright, so we'd seen this spot, this campsite, in a couple videos, and it's at Gladwin Dispersed Camping. So this was our first thought of where we wanted to camp, because there was this road right across the river, and you can go across here and drive up a little farther. There's another campsite just there. There. So the road's closed, and it's not wide enough to get, I don't know, it might be wide enough to get a four-wheel drive, but the road is closed. So, but people keep driving by the campsite in little like Polaris type things. So hopefully that doesn't continue all night. But we thought we'd take a walk up here because one of the YouTubers that we watched and how we found this spot parked down there. So there's a free, anybody can camp right along the river, but it's everybody right next to each other, and there are a bunch of little travel trailers hanging out. And we saw one tent, but it was mainly travel trailers on like grass right against the water. So if that's what you like, then that might be where you want to be. We tend to like do overlanding to be away from people, so we came a little farther. It's not very far. We could walk through the woods in like less than 2 minutes probably to the other campsite.
Looks like an abandoned one off the road. It hasn't been used in a long time. There's another big one over here on the left, but again, you can't cross the bridge, so the plan was tomorrow morning to come across here and then get to the river, and you can ford the river, but with the road being closed to the bridge, obviously that's not going to happen. So we'll have to find another route, not tomorrow, but the next day, to get into the Canaan Valley loop. So that was the plan, but you know, there's other ways to get there. I just thought this would be neat to follow this out, ford the river, and then move on, but not going to happen, I guess. This is a pretty nice spot.
That's Site 7. In the video that we watched, another YouTuber, this was really muddy. It's still
Definitely more open to the sky, more light. A nice spot. Not as muddy as I thought it would be. Because I wouldn't set up over there towards the road. I'm set up back in this area. That's got a nice little trail down to the water. The one we're at is a little bit more of a climb down. Well, step down, I should say.
That's it's a little mud beach, but that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice.
And it's got the big.
Yeah, and it's got a little one.
It's got a little.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe you could enter into the side over there where it's not as muddy. But I think what we've got is pretty good. It's a good spot. It's a good spot. It's got I mean, it's after the bridge, so the bridge is there, but it has the same kind of rapid stuff next to our site. All right, Marty, what are you going to make for dinner?
Pork chops that are in a marinade in the fridge.
Okay.
And some cheater rice. That we just have to put in the pan and heat up.
All right. I'll run over and get the meat. Alright, so dinner's cooking up. Here's the pork chops. I just flipped them, so they're going to cook on the other side. And there is the, what kind of rice is it?
It's mushroom risotto or something.
Okay, mushroom risotto.
A little
right.
icky, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'll cook it up, heat it up, see what it tastes like. And we're using our new kitchen table. I showed this, I think, on the last video. Here it is, the brand GCI Outdoor. This is the bigger one with the sink. There's a sink there underneath. You just you flip this over, and then there's a sink there to rinse or wash dishes. We're near the creek, so we'll see about whether we'll get the water out of there or just use the fresh water from here. But yeah, so far so good. The tent, I forgot some poles, so I had to make shifts, at least one so far, trying to find dead wood, which is kind of hard. So I've got one pole, wooden pole, right in this side here. It's very rigid. I need another one for that side, and then they're supposed to want to go between the two on the top on the Gazelle. But I don't know that I really need that once I get this other side one in, another stick. My son and I, Jordan and I, went on a trip a couple days ago, and we took the tent. It got very muddy, so we washed it. And when I put everything back in the bag, I did not put the poles back in. So we had this side, we have this side tied up to hold it up, and then we had that side tied up. But like I said, I was able to make a pole for makeshift. So try and find one, but we're gonna try and eat sit down and relax. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. So, alrighty. We are getting ready to eat soon. So we will get back with you later. We might hit a game of chess or checkers or something. And then probably hit the hay and go to bed. Okay, so we're eating dinner, and Marty marinated the pork, what, a day ago?
Yeah, yesterday I put it in a bag with olive oil, rice, vinegar, garlic, rosemary, and I think maybe some onion powder.
Turned out amazing.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's very good. And then we got some, what Marty referred to as cheater rice earlier. It's pre-made, pre-packaged, pre-flavored. I would probably recommend making your own rice combination and packing it in or bringing it. It's not great. So I don't even remember what brand it was, but it's not great. It's fine, but it's, you know, when you compare it to the pork that she made that's marinated, yeah, it's kind of a not fair comparison, I guess. So, but the rice, you know, it's like I said, it's okay, it's eatable, it's fine, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I'll have to maybe put in the notes or something what brand it was.
Well, it's Uncle Ben's.
Is it?
Yeah, mushroom risotto, but it's the one that you just stick in the microwave, or you can stick in a pan with a little bit of water.
Yeah, it was what we did. Yeah, and it was so.
It's sticky.
Yeah, it's not very good.
But like at home, I don't do that. So.
Yeah. So next time we'll have to prepare something in advance. So anyhow, good meal. Tomorrow is sausage, right? So yeah, that'll be great. We're gonna hang out here probably tomorrow. Check out the river, maybe walk, take a little hike, and then spend the night and leave Thursday to head to Canaan Valley Loop. So we will be back with you. Good morning, everyone. Today is August 24th. Was a little chilly last night, but not bad. We kept each other warm. We didn't have to use any heater. We didn't bring the heater, but we wouldn't have had to, I don't think. Just stayed under the sleeping bag on the air mattress and stayed pretty warm. And this morning we are having some oatmeal. Just heated that up on the Coleman stove. We got a new pitcher set and mugs. Maybe I'll show that later. They're collapsible. Yeah, so there's one of the mugs. Excuse me. The pitcher's over on the stove. It's collapsible as well. I wanted to try and save space, so I found those online, and so far I like them. They're pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna eat and then maybe tinker around. Maybe go for a little hike, take a walk up the road more or something. See what's about. So we will catch you later.
Okay, so it's our first morning here at camp, and this is my first time camping with this GCI Outdoors table, and we went back and forth on whether or not to get the extension you see on the right, but we decided to go with it because it's metal. So in the smaller table, it has one of these plastic things here, okay? So the idea being that when we have the camp stove set up here in the center where the two mugs are, that this part on the right is a metal table that I can take a hot pot off and put on the metal table and not worry about melting it. So we did that last night. That worked great. This little bit of extension is just enough to make it a more functional piece of equipment. So we have a like a really old Rubbermaid bin down in the center part. That's got all of our cooking equipment, like the pots and pans, the spoons, all of our silverware, tongs, that kind of thing. There's a little spot for your trash bag to hook on there. There's a thing, elastic here, where your paper towels can go, and you can move this down here if you want to and switch spots. This cup holder is pretty convenient. It works exactly how I thought it would. So I'm really, really happy with this piece of equipment. I'm glad that we bought it. I think it's going to make things so much easier for us. Even at spots that have a picnic table, and this is a dispersed campsite, there's no equipment here. There's a couple fire rings, but there's no equipment here. So there's no picnic table. So this is excellent because we have a spot to do our cooking, and then our camp chairs, each chair has its own little sort of side table, and that's just enough table for the two of us to eat dinner on our laps there, or breakfast. But even with a picnic table, this table system is just the right height to cook on and do kitchen prep and cleanup. This morning Gilbert used the little sink thing, and I think that worked out pretty well for him. He filled it up with water from our 5-gallon jug and washed the dishes no problem, and was able to rinse everything. Looks like he used about 1 gallon of water doing that, but I'm really happy with the GCI Outdoor extended side table.
Okay, so here's my opinion on this campsite. So this is the Gladwin Dispersed Camping site, and it's hard to. It's not like it's listed anywhere. You gotta look for it on Google, but it comes in kind of to the bottom of the Monongahela National Forest. My opinion of this site specifically is that it's a nice area. I like a little bit more of a dispersed site where it's not right on the road. This is the route this is the route where we came in. You can see there's a couple Jersey walls there. Those Jersey walls there are for you know, there's a ditch there, so they've got those set up so that people won't accidentally come in at night and hit those. Here's our site, right on the road. I believe this is site, I don't know if there's a marker, let's see. I think it's like GN 6 or 5, I can't remember. Anyhow, it is a designated site. Then behind me is the concrete bridge road where the Cheat River, it's the dry fork section of the Cheat River, kind of comes through. It's not like a beautiful sight from the campsite. It's got big concrete pipes. It's very industrial looking. Obviously the sign says road closed because of the fact that it's fallen apart. They must have had a bad storm here in the last year that has kind of broken it through. So it's not a bad site. It's just not a site that I would probably pick going forward. I would have liked to have gone across the bridge and found some more dispersed camping and picked one of those. There's one that we showed earlier across the way. I probably would pick that over this one. The other thing is, down this road here is where like the tent camping, and then there's a lot of like RV camps or RVs set up along the river. that look like they've been there. Some of them don't look well maintained. They look like they've been there for a while. There's also off to the right, if you're going out on left as you're coming in, kind of homes along the hill there. They've been here a long time. Obviously, they're probably local homes that have been here probably, I don't know how many years or whatever, but it's just an old country community. So again, if you're cool with kind of the being on the road and then having some of the locals come through with their ATVs and stuff across the bridge to do whatever, hunting, whatever they're doing here in the National Forest, it'd be fine. We haven't had a lot of traffic. There's been 2 ATVs and 1 pickup truck, and 1 lady walking her dog. So it's not like it's, there's this massive amount of traffic, but it would be nice if you were right along the river and you didn't have this kind of industrialized concrete slab bridge with pipes coming through it, and then right so close to the road. I don't typically pick ones right off the road like this, but anyhow, I just wanted to give you my opinion. Again, that's, it's in my opinion. Other people have done videos on this site and absolutely love it and think it's great, and it is a nice site. It's just not something that I'll probably come back to. I might, but it would be kind of okay, just to bring a few people, friends or something, and just to hang out. But I would probably go around the other way. There's a back entrance into this place, and you could access the other sites. So again, my opinion, everybody's different, so do what you do, and just get out and have an adventure and get out into the woods and have fun. So we decided to take a hike up the road that's closed, and we're at the top of the mountain area almost, and we ran across this old house. So we'll get a little closer and see what we find. Okay, so it looks like a small house or barn type thing. Maybe an old schoolhouse, just based on the fact that the windows are symmetrical. Let's see. It's got hay in it. Who knows how old that is? Yeah. I don't know, there's some newer insulation stuff in here, so I don't know if somebody has been using it for something, but anyhow, there used to be stairs up to the upstairs, which looks like is kind of falling down, but anyhow, pretty neat. Okay, so Marty and I made it to the top of this mountain. It actually it turns left. This was a little trail in. So there's Marty, and there is the road down there. It just keeps, you can see this is the trail, keeps going up that way, and then it goes down and to the fording place. But again, that bridge was closed, so we don't think we're going to do that. But then you get up here, you can see way down there. That's River Roads. That's on the other side of the river that we're camped on. And I was wrong. That's not the Dry Fork River that we're on. It's the Gladwin River spur off of the Cheat River. So
I think it's Glady.
Glady? Maybe it is Glady. Glady. You make the choice. It probably is Glady. So, but yeah, this is the top. We're kind of at the peak of this hill, mountain, I should say. We're gonna turn around, hike back down the hill with a little bit of a trek, and get lunch. So I recorded this site earlier, but again, I think this is a better site. It's still right on the road, but like I said earlier, there's not a lot of traffic. This one, you don't have the bridge as a view, you know, from your campsite, so it's nicer looking. I wouldn't put anything too close to the road on the grass, because right at the corner, kind of there, it is a little muddy. But back in that area, it's a great area for a tent, and there's plenty of room. You could actually fit more tents in here. So just thought I'd share. All right, so we're back from our little hike. We took the road that we were going to take that's closed, the bridge that's closed, and recorded some of that. And now we are back at camp. Marty made sandwiches. We've got some Pringle potato chips. We have some lemonade with us. And we're just going to sit here and relax a little bit, enjoy lunch. And yeah, no paid promotionals. So Pringles, just call us anytime. But anyhow, yeah, we're just going to enjoy lunch here, and then try and figure out, I guess, what we'll do the rest of the day. We're just really going to...
You're going to check the tires.
Oh yeah, I do want to check the tires, because we're going to go on the Canaan Loop tomorrow, and I want to make sure that everything in the front end is good and solid. So we'll do that after lunch.
Okay, so we walked out to the beginning of the Gladwin Dispersed Camping site space. Richford Road. There's signage. So this is the beginning. There's a fork here. You can go right or you can go left. And then there's a paved road up there. Our campsite is down there. Campsite 1 is to the far left here, or right, sorry, here. It's kind of grassy. It's a little bit beautiful here, pleasant, but just past there is, I don't know if it's a place where people keep their camping trailers or if they're actually in them. And then that's site 2. Looks like you could get a lot of something in there. It's really big. We're just gonna check out site 1. It's a weekday, so there's not anybody here. Okay, it's a little bit muddy. Sign back there said, don't use fireworks because the forest is dry. I think nobody told them that this is Canaan Valley and Dolly Sods and very wet. Just kidding, maybe it is dry in this section. Beautiful fire pit. Multiple spots to put a tent. Little mud there. Oh, deer footprints. A building foundation.
It's rock and concrete. I'm sure it could have been here.
Ferns there. And then there's the deer's trail.
Very big site there.
There's a site too. There's a big, like a muddy spot to get through, but it's a pretty big site. It goes back in there. 50 yards, would you say?
Yeah, that's a, or more.
And there's
well, probably 50. It's a nice site. Nice big site.
nice fire pit. Nice, flat, open. And then there's a road, and it smells amazing. Oh, look, here's another site.
Oh, that's number 3. Okay. We can walk into that one.
3.
Let's go see what it looks like.
This is lovely. It's right on the river. Okay, not great, not easy access to the water. It's pretty steep.
It's a little steep.
And it's mainly roots to get down.
Okay.
This is lovely, quiet.
A bit of a scramble to get down, but not bad.
It's not a bad.
That's nice and calm. You can walk out there a ways and
Yeah.
get in the deep water. Just have a further side. Yeah, that's a nice one. Nice. This is a nice spot.
All right, so we think 3 is a good spot.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good spot. I see this spot. Well, it's closer to the campers, but
Well, I think you
off
could
season like this, it would be nice.
you could sort of put a tent up in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That's sort of towards 2. Like if you had a big group of people, you could have people camp there and put your stuff in between there and here, and they could access the water through your.
Tent right in here too. Just like ours, the big gazelle thing in here.
Yep.
Yeah.
This would
Nice.
be beautiful in the spring when the rhododendron are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except the water would be really high and cold.
Now off to the left, further down the road, there's a gate. So let's see what that is. It's probably private property or something. Let's take a look.
Does it say private?
It says no outlet. Authorized vehicles only. No outlet. Alright, so here's what's for dinner. We have some brats with cheddar. We have that Uncle Ben's ready rice. Again, this is the same kind of rice we used last night, but we're hoping with a different flavor. And we're going to try a little extra stuff with it, make it better. And then we got a bunch of vegetables in here that Marty is going to saute up.
And look, that's from our garden.
Yeah, everything.
And that's from our garden.
Yep.
But the onion and the yellow pepper are from the grocery store.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a bunch of peppers at our house, but yeah, cool. All right, the sausage is about to go in the pan. Can't wait. That looks really good.
Oh, the tomatoes popped. Yum. That's going to be so delicious.
You just gonna drop them in?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll probably have leftovers.
Probably. I don't think we have any leftover containers, but that's true. We use a Ziploc bag. Awesome. What is that?
It's a tiny thing of chicken broth.
Oh, neat. Okay, cool.
Low sodium chicken broth. And then that needs to stay for like 10 minutes or so.
All right. Good deal.
That's probably good.
The master chef at work.
I'm learning. Okay, so we cut up the sausage and then put that Uncle Ben's jasmine rice in, and I'm just gonna let it go for 5 more minutes because I think the sausage is good and cooked. It smells amazing. And we'll just let the rice get good and heat it up and have it absorb some of that fluid in there, and then we'll eat dinner. Okay, so Gilbert is gonna fill up the sink. He got this shower gizmo thing off Amazon again. Dr. Prepare. It has a foot pump which puts air pressure into the bag, and the bag has water in it. Water he got from the creek this time, so that we're not using our drinking water for washing dishes. And it has a little like kitchen sink sprayer on the end.
Yep.
And the base of that leaks, which is in all the reviews on Amazon. It leaks right there.
We'll just replace it. It's a standard kitchen thing, so I'll just cut the tube, put a new one on, make it tighter. Probably get a better one of these.
Okay, so we both just took showers with it.
Great.
It worked great. The water, we don't have any sun in our campsite, so the black bag to make the water warm didn't really work for us because There was no sun. But, so Gilbert's prepping the space to wash dishes after we eat dinner. And our dinner's ready, so we're gonna let y'all go, eat our dinner, and we'll be back with you.
Okay, so we were a little hard on Uncle Ben's last night, but this Uncle Ben's rice is really good. So maybe it was just the flavor. What was it that we had last night?
Mushroom risotto.
What was it?
Mushroom risotto.
Oh, mushroom risotto, okay. Wasn't very good. This one's good. Of course, it's mixed with all the other things too, so I'm sure that helps.
Right now I don't think I'm
No?
There are stars. You can see that. So this has been a really cool gadget. We ordered it on Amazon. It is in metrics. It was, I think, $20 or less.
Yeah.
There is a little, so this folds closed.
And that's why I got it, because the other ones have a thing, and I was afraid of getting broken, so.
Okay. So this flips out. And then there's a button on the top. And you press the button. It's right there. And it keeps track of how much water you're using in milliliters. So if you...
On each use.
On each use.
Yeah, it doesn't show the whole...
It goes up to 999 milliliters. So if you need like 1,000 milliliters of water because you're making 2 drinks that take 500 milliliters each, you're good. But if you need more than that, then you have to start over. But it's okay because milliliters are base 10, so it's easy to add them together. So this thing has been really cool. We just bought one of these Primo jugs at our local grocery store, and it was like $14 for the jug full of water. And if you are near a refilling station, it's like 35 cents a gallon or something, depending on where you live, to get it refilled. We just refilled it with our own tap water. So Gilbert just demonstrated how to turn it on.
By accident.
Go ahead and do that again.
There's a button.
There you go. Okay.
And then, yeah.
And
the little bars on the top show the charge. And there's a USB port on the back to charge it.
yeah, so it's all battery, rechargeable battery operated. So, and that's not in focus. Oh, there we go. So, that's actually been a very cool thing to have. The last couple times we've been camping.
Looks like we lost a piece of a number.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So we'll see how long it lasts. It's been camping 3 times, and then after the first time we didn't know we were going to come camping again so soon, so we were going to just use the water up so we could store the jug for later use. And then, so we were using it in the house, so it's been used quite a bit. So we'll see how it lasts, how it holds up to regular use.
Okay, good morning everyone. Today is Wednesday? Thursday, 25th. We're getting ready to pack up. We're going to head into Canaan Valley Loop later this afternoon, so we'll share that there. The camping trip, you said, was a
9 or 10 out of a 10.
And we think the site, we'd probably rate it like a 7 out of 10. Just because of the closeness to the road and stuff. Otherwise, it's a nice site. It's got a nice river behind it and all. Got a pretty good night's sleep. A little stiff, but you know, I think that comes with age. So, but anyhow, possibly. And so we will get back to you shortly. We're gonna probably just go ahead and eat breakfast, pack up, and then we'll get on the road and we'll get back to you then. All right, it's 11 o'clock. We're all packed up. We're gonna head into town to refuel, maybe get some snacks, that kind of thing, drinks, and then head to the Canaan Loop Road. So we're not gonna probably do the northern eastern half of it in between Thomas and Davis. We're gonna get on at Thomas, go counterclockwise, back up towards Davis, and jump off where our bed and breakfast location is. At which point we'll end the video, but we will definitely share some things on the way, and we will see you soon. Campsite's empty, and here's another view of the river that we had. So thanks for joining us. We will see you in a few minutes.
Okay, we're heading out of the campsite.
Head northeast.
So we're headed to Hambleton. Hendrix is on the way. They're right next to each other, so we'll see where we decide to stop for gas and maybe some drinks or something.
Okay, so this is where Gladwin Dispersed Camping starts. Right here. We walked out here yesterday. This is a road. And now we're on this hardtop is some sort of main road. And then
It's called Gladwin Road at this point. I don't know. I think it changes though as we go out.
and then this is some kind of RV park. It looks like maybe people actually stay here. Because almost every RV or every other RV has some sort of a little garage, or that looks almost like a garage made into a house,
Yeah.
a tiny house.
Tiny house. Yeah.
But see, all along the river.
There's cars in there. So people are using them.
We'll have to look that up on GPS and see what this is, because it can't be. There's an old Airstream.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
People must actually live here and not just use it as a. Maybe it's just a vacation thing. I don't know.
There's definitely people coming in to get water and stuff, but there's houses to the right on the hill, so I think they have come from those.
How's this?
Yeah, the houses. I think people are coming down from those.
I don't know. The people might have been coming from these camping
Sure,
spots to get water for. I don't see gators though,
No.
so maybe not. It's very pretty. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
These things skeeze me out. I don't like it. Don't want to be this. Ooh, and look, a lumber truck coming at the same time.
Yeah, we haven't.
It's a horror movie waiting to happen.
I've never been that close to those things. Those things are huge.
That is huge.
All right, so we decided to visit Thomas. We're going to go to the little pizza place down here. What was it? Oven or fire something pizza. And get lunch. And then we got to find a gas station. All right, here we are. Wood Fired Pizza. So we're going to try this place out. Okay, here's our pizza from Riverside Wood Fired Pizza place. We got the signature margarita. It is very good. What do you think?
It's so good. It's on a part of me.
Yep, it is. But yeah, it's awesome. Tastes very good. So
We're in Blackwater Falls State Park. We're at the terminus, I guess, of the Canaan Loop trail that usually people end in Blackwater Falls, and we're going to start in Blackwater Falls.
yeah, we're gonna go counterclockwise. Most people come in and they go clockwise. So we're gonna hit the hard stuff first, and then we'll hit the easy stuff on the way out, which is on the side where we're going to be ending the trip. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
This part's paved, but I'm going to suspect it will change soon. But we'll see. And we are deflated down to 20 on each tire. And here we go. Into Canaan Loop Road. Marty's driving a little bit. Went through some pretty muddy sections. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, I'd probably go left. Just try and keep yourself centered. Okay. Drop. Okay. Okay. And then go left a little so you don't hit the go left. There's a rock in front of us. All right, cool. Good deal. And that's nothing.
This has to be gorgeous when all of the rhododendron and mountain laurel are blooming.
Yeah, all the flowers would be right next to them. All that is rhododendron through here. Alright, so it's a pretty good drive through so far. Got some branch. Okay. There was one creek crossing back there. I foolishly didn't get it on camera, but I think there might be a second one. We'll see. But I mean, you definitely need four-wheel drive with a lift, but it's not so far. It's not ridiculous. Go to the left, you're gonna hit a tree. Yep. Alright. But yeah, so far it's not ridiculous or anything. It's fun, still challenging, but it's a neat trail. So this again is the Canaan Loop Road. Alright, so we went through this tunnel here, and yeah, if you ever heard the term pinstriping, that was the place to get it.
Oh gosh, this is hard.
Got it. It's not bad. Let's give her some gas. There you go. Stay to the right a little bit. Okay. Left. Yep, you got it. Awesome. Keep the right tire in this hole. top of the edge there of that rock thing up there.
Oh crap. Another creek crossing. Crossing on foot. Okay. Looks like people have piled rocks in that to help get traction. We'll see. Do we have to go up that? We don't have to go up that, do we?
Looks like it. Let's see.
That's a cliff face.
Alright, let's see what we get when we get there. Get back to full low.
Oh, we have to go up that.
Wait, skirt to the left.
Okay.
But I am going to push the long. It wasn't too deep. Gimbal.
Seatbelt bruise.
Alright, you can turn it
Okay.
So we got, it looks like we got through the hardest part. It's the kind of bottom section. If you look at Gaia, let me spin the compass. Or actually, I guess it's this section here is really from the beginning.
From Blackwater
here
State Park
to right around here is kind of so far was the most challenging. Definitely need clearance, definitely need, four-wheel drive. There was some, we got some of it on film, some of it I don't think we did. One section Marty was recording and I left her behind because I came around the corner. There's no way she could get in the car because I was in the green tunnel of, what is it?
Rhododendrons.
And as soon as I bent around the corner, there was, yeah, rock climbing that I had to do in order for her to be able to get back in the car. So she was still coming up the hill and missed that, but that's down in here somewhere before the campsites that we just showed on the map. So, but that seemed so far to be it's challenging, it's fun. Marty got to drive through some of it. I got to drive through some of it. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. So, the old commander did a good job. So I'm happy with everything. So we will head on down the road and see if anything changes.
And that's a campsite.
Yeah, we'll mark that on Gaia.
I'll mark it.
And then we'll see what's on the side.
Nice views here. I miss the more open stuff. It's a nice drive. There's a camp spot over there, but it's a hiker camp spot, and it has access to the water.
Is it a camper? Because that's a
Oh, look, you probably could ford that little... There's somebody in there. No, well, you might be able to get up that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is the one that's marked. Yeah, see?
And
And
then,
actually, that road keeps going.
is it really?
It's a forest road. So, that is the campsite that is marked. Very cool. That would be the one that you could get in because you're right there at the water.
That's probably why it's marked.
Fly fishing.
The milkweed. It's so pretty though. And then there are these white flowers, which we're going too fast to see. White flowers. And this, what is this creek?
Red Run.
Red Run Creek? Or Red Run?
Okay, this one has been mentioned before. You can camp here and then you can hike in. So we're still driving through the Canaan Valley Loop. It's on the, I guess, southeast side. We're kind of coming down and back up. It's very much just a forest road. Any kind of vehicle could get back in here in this section. You just wouldn't be able to continue on around. But there are tons of dispersed campsites along this trail. I was concerned about coming here first and camping and then coming up here, but there are a ton of them. So if you're thinking about doing the Canaan Loop Trail, you won't have any problem, especially on this southeast side. you will not have any problem finding any kind of campsites, dispersed campsites that you could fit a vehicle in. Some of them are smaller than others. Some are just kind of small tent sites. Some are great for if you have a rooftop tent on your car, and some are big enough for like the Gazelle Plus that we have. So just thought I'd share. But yeah, this is a really beautiful trail, and there's plenty of camping along it. Okay, so here's my Amazon purchase. It's a tire pump. I had a Ryobi battery operated one, but typically when you got near the last tire, the battery was kind of done, so I usually had to take 2 batteries. So we're gonna go for it. It's got a little gauge in there. You guys see that? Like this. So we're gonna try and get up to around 40 on each tire. We'll see how this thing does. Okay, so we finished the Canaan Valley Loop, or Canaan Loop Trail. It was a lot of fun. Had some really technical stuff. If you start on the Black waterfall end, yeah, that side, that's really where the more technical stuff is. The southeast side is just kind of forest roads. We even saw a car up in there. I obviously couldn't continue. You wouldn't be able to make it, as you'll see on some of the other video that we shot. So, but we had a good time. Did you enjoy the trail? Yes. Yeah, it was pretty neat. It had some technical sections and some easy sections, like I said, and then a lot of dispersed camping. So I would definitely come up here again to do some campsites. For those of you who are going to go do the Canaan Loop Trail, I would highly recommend it. As you can hear, we're kind of right at the entrance of the highway. We're going to head on out and finish our trip. But thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time on Banana Republic Adventures. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks. Bye.
So right behind the stop and save is in Davis is Little Canaan Wildlife Management area, and there's it's Camp 70 Road / Delta 1 Road, and there's a lot of hiking trails back here. Goes across a lot of different properties, some belonging to like the electric company, I think, and then there's Canaan Valley Wildlife Management Area all the way at the end, which is where we're going to try and go. Before we started out on this trip, we were looking for campsites, and what we could find said that there was no boondocking camping allowed out here anymore. But I don't know. I'd have to see signs that said please don't camp back here. I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, because we have seen some pull-offs and all where people have camped, but they don't look heavily used.
And we did see a guy with a rooftop tent go by when we stopped to look at the main entrance sign. So I don't know if he's out here just looking at stuff or if he's looking for a place to set up camp.
Or just go hiking like we were going to.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll let you know if we find anything interesting.
Okay, so we got to the end of the Camp 70 trail. Is located behind the grocery store, the only big grocery store in Davis. We're pretty much at the end. You can see there's a stop sign up there. It actually also splits off to the right. If you were to keep, when you come down from that way, and you can, that way, and you come down and you come in here, or you can keep going that way, and that goes towards a handicap parking area for kayak and canoe let-offs. I mean, anybody can use it, but it's handicap accessible. But there is no camping down there, down these roads. This road says on this section, no camping, because all it is parking lots, and they obviously don't want people, I guess, parking in the parking lots and camping. So we're gonna go this way, across this bridge. We're looking for Hellbender Loop Trail. It doesn't look like it actually connects to this trail, but I think we can, they're right next to each other, so I think we can just jump over and we'll see what we find. Okay, psych, we're not done. So we decided the last day that we were here to go and take a look at some of the waterfalls in the area. Douglas Falls, and then there's another one, and I can't remember the name of it. But when we get to it, hopefully there'll be a sign. If not, I will put a note. So it's more of a kind of fire road, backcountry road. But there was an old mining area back here, and they've done some repairs to the environment so that you can't see anything anymore. As far as all that stuff's gone, they've redone the woods off to our left. Actually, over there is where everything kind of took place, so that's all been fixed up. But yeah, I thought we'd share, and then we'll end it after this video. So along the way on Douglas Road, there are these ovens at which they burned the coal to make coke. Not the coke you and I know today, but coke was the remains of burning the coal and was used as a fuel for the blast furnaces in the nation's steel mills. Sorry for the sun glare. Okay, so we found the different falls. We took videos and photos of them. We'll share those. Hope you enjoyed them. So now we are done.
What? Oh, Albert Falls. Albert Falls and Douglas Falls.
Yes, those are the two falls, Albert and Douglas. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And we will see you next time on Banana Republic Adventures.